So let's get things going in the kitchen today with Saba's Mediterranean Cuisine. Owner George Shankool is going to be making a Spanikopita. Did I get it right?
Spanikopita.
Spanikopita. It is a spinach and feta pastry from scratch, and this is the first segment that we are going to be making. I know it has spinach, it has feta, it has lots of goodness, and it's something you guys are known for over at Saba's.
Oh yeah, it's a wonderful Greek dish. It's a lot of fun to eat, a lot of fun to make, and it's a lot of fun to pronounce too, because we hear all kinds of crazy, names out there.
Some of the things I can't say, but we'll just go with Spanikopita.
It's a little wild and crazy.
Now, is it feta or is it not goat cheese? It's feta.
It's feta.
Okay,
yeah,
and it takes a little while?
There's different types of feta. This is actually made from cow's milk. And
Okay.
our feta is pasteurized too, so people who are pregnant are able to eat it, because a lot of people will come in with those type of questions.
Okay, great. We're having some technical difficulties, so I'm going to hold this up for you, and you are going to show me how it's done, because I guess it's a couple of steps.
Okay. Well, what we're going to start off with is I have some oil in the pan here.
Okay, that's a pretty big pan.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up some onions. I'm going to caramelize them, so I'll dice these first.
You do that a lot faster than I would.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God, look at we have onions flying all over the set.
We like some action. When
yes.
So I throw those in there. I'm going to get those mixed up, get some nice
So we have olive oil so far and onions.
Yeah. And then I'm just going to stir those up a little bit, let them cook for a second.
Oh,
and then I'm going to throw in my fresh spinach. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook it and try to extract some of the liquid out of it. And then we're going to mix them all together with the spices and the cheese.
Okay.
And then we'll squeeze the liquid out after the spinach wilts. So when we bake the Spanikopita, which is a turnover made with the feta cheese and the spinach, when we bake it, it won't be too moist, and then it'll get soggy. We want that nice, crisp
Same thing if you buy the frozen, which...
Oh yeah, you definitely want to get all that liquid out of there.
The frozen.
Oh yeah, it makes it a little easier too. So as this is wilting, I'm going to just season it a little bit. And we have to remember when we're seasoning with salt that what other ingredients we're using. Feta cheese has a lot of sodium in it already, so we don't need as much salt.
Okay.
Because if you overdo it, you can't take that back.
Exactly.
So you can always add to taste.
Too salty is not good.
No, and I added a little white pepper too, and I like the white pepper because it gives it a good punch without the granules of the pepper.
Didn't you tell me that white pepper is sweeter? Or it's more mild?
I think it gives it a little more of a kick.
Oh, okay.
I really like it a lot.
Okay, I can still smell it. Ooh, the white pepper.
Oh, yeah. So now I'm going to make sure that this is getting mixed well.
Now, how long are we going to do this for?
Until we see it start to wilt. So if you can see a little bit in there, it's starting to wilt.
Can you mess up this recipe? Maybe if you don't drain the liquid, it just becomes too watery?
Yeah, you know, it's not too difficult as long as you follow the steps and you pay attention to what you're doing.
Okay.
So what I'm going to do now is add some cheese in here and give that a good stir.
Oh, I bet people could smell this at home. While you're doing this, I do want to mention that you guys have been around since 1995?
1995. We're family owned and operated.
And you guys are over there off of Tatum, just south of Bell.
Yep, southwest corner.
Okay, and you guys you newly sort of renovated it. We're looking at some pictures right now.
Oh yeah, the restaurant looks great. It's a whole new feel to the place. The ambiance is wonderful. It was nice. We always had the food, but we knew that we needed the decor. So we put in a little effort, and we put in our own blood, sweat, and tears into the place.
Right. I bet did the whole family help out?
The whole family pitched in. My dad used to be a contractor back in Michigan, and he actually has his contractor license out here as well. So that helped with the remodel. So that definitely was nice. And then we all chipped in. I grew up, doing everything.
Right.
So
and
electric,
you're still doing
plumbing,
everything.
Roofing, and cooking.
Right.
What I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a little bit of butter melted for our next step, because once we let this settle for about 10 minutes,
so this
it'll be
needs
cool
to
enough.
cool?
Yeah, I want it to be cool before I just stick my hand in there and start to strain it out.
Actually, that's probably a pretty good idea.
Yeah, so
okay,
I'm just
so we're
melting this butter
some
down.
Butter, and then when we come back, we're going to basically have step 2 to this whole process.
Exactly, that's when we're going to wrap it into the phyllo dough.
Okay, good, sounds good.